It's all about Triangle Strategy and Fire Emblem Three Houses right now. Today, we got these two guys here. These two very popular strategy RPGs in recent years. I know I know I don't have a lot of Fire Emblem fans, but I think Three Houses is up there, considered as one of the best. So I want to see your thoughts on this. Two grid-based tactical RPGs. I have no idea what's gonna happen. This isn't like some of the previous episodes we've done, where I was completely sure one will win over the other. Like the last one, Rogue Galaxy, you know? Right now, I really thought about this one, I was like, I have no clue what's gonna happen. So Aristos says, I didn't finish Triangle Strategy because I found the battle mechanics and system... Oh, I do find the battle mechanics and system better, but I think Three Houses takes the win. Characters, story, and it's Fire Emblem after all. Baja K says Three Houses because I'm a Fire Emblem addict, like I am. And it has a new take on the Fire Emblem formula, with the monastery being a teacher and bonding with your students. Of course, life simulation and waifus. Eikichi says in Triangle Strategy I hated the fact that you had to put a character on a loot in order to collect it, and losing a turn only because of it. As similar to Tactics Ogre. That's the Tactics Ogre influence. I think Final Fantasy Tactics does the same, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course. Michael Thornton says, Fire Emblem Three Houses for me. I feel that the combat is on point. The story is great with 3 branching paths to choose. Music was well done. Triangle did this well, but Fire Emblem was better. Okay. Hong Luong says, Triangle Strategy wins. I find Triangle Strategy a bit more challenging. Graphics is to each their own. Triangle Strategy has better music, requires more planning due to where the characters are facing. And the multi-ending is great. Diego says Fire Emblem wins just because I want to support tactics games with more modern looking type graphics. Okay, a graphical preference, I respect that. Achilles says Triangle Strategy, of course. I am fed up with all this romancing gibberish. Triangle Strategy is more serious. By the way, the graphics way better than the Three Houses graphics. Okay. Hong Luong continues saying the multipath and routes is very Langrisser-like. Something Fire Emblem doesn't have. The encampment is more refined compared to Fire Emblem, and after every New Game Plus, the levels is more balanced. Oh, interesting. Yum Yum says, well, for the value of the game, Fire Emblem has more replayability value than Triangle Strategy. Fire Emblem is longer. Okay. Ryan says, I'm picking Triangle Strategy because I really enjoy the HD 2D visual style. The pacing of the game was also spot on. I never felt bored or bogged down. In contrast, Fire Emblem's cool stuff was tedious. Alright. So the poll is over. Fire Emblem Three Houses won with 58%. Triangle Strategy lost with 42%. Okay, like I was saying at the beginning, I wasn't expecting anything. This is one of those versus episodes we've done that, to be completely honest, you know, I didn't know which one was gonna win. Now, which game wins for me? Well, this may surprise you. You know me, I'm a die-hard Fire Emblem fan, so I should pick Three Houses, right? But nope, I actually prefer Triangle Strategy, for very simple reasons. So let's just start with the graphics, which is one of the highlights of both games. Three Houses looks like a big improvement over its 3DS predecessors. It went back to full 3D models and stuff like that, you know, like in the Wii or GameCube era. And the graphics look fantastic on Three Houses, but you know me, I'm a sucker for HD 2D, so of course I give priority to Triangle Strategy. However, if we compare just the art, forget about the in-game graphics, just the art style, I still think I prefer Triangle Strategy. I like the 2D art style. It's like really unique, kind of Baroque-ish, more attractive. Whereas Three Houses is more anime-esque, and I think I prefer, I don't know, Triangle Strategy art style. But don't take me wrong, the ladies look beautiful in Three Houses. Edelgard, you know me, I'm a die-hard fan. I'm in love with her. But I think I still prefer Triangle Strategy. Music, well, it's okay in both. I saw some people saying that the music was better in Three Houses. Okay, I respect that, but to me, neither soundtrack stands out that much. They have good soundtracks, You know, it's good. But it's not... The music on either game is not something that I will listen to outside of the games, to be completely honest. I'm not saying the music is forgettable. It's good, it's solid, but it's not like, wow, fantastic, you know? Not really. So it's a bit of a tie, but I guess I'm gonna go with Triangle Strategy because I always felt like the music was a little bit more dramatic for a dramatic game like Triangle Strategy, right? Well, the story, I prefer... Both games have a dark, intriguing political story, you know, mature. But yes, Fire Emblem Three Houses has a lot of nonsensical dialogue, a lot of slice of life, a lot of waifus and romance, and I'm okay with that too, you know, but Triangle Strategy has none of that, and it helps you as the viewer, as the player, to focus more on the story and to appreciate it a bit more. Whereas in Fire Emblem, you just want to get it over with to increase the bonds, or to, you know, marry the waifu and whatnot, and it's like, what is this? In Fire Emblem, for those who don't know, it's always been like this. The waifu system, the wife system, has been there since the very first Fire Emblem in 1990. Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light. Okay, so it's nothing new. But yeah, this, I mean, compare the conversations back then between the guy and the girl to the conversations now in Three Houses, and it's like maybe Idea Factory and Compile Heart wrote some parts of it. So yeah, I'm not trashing the story, you know, it's the reality. You know, Triangle Strategy has the better story, the more mature, dark story, and that's why I preferred it over it. Like, actually, way more. And then the gameplay. Well, Triangle Strategy, you got this replay value. Both games have strong replay value, right? Let's not get into that. It's a tie because of that. But in Triangle Strategy, you have this... It's a bit more repetitive than Fire Emblem, because in Fire Emblem you have this cool simulation, the bonding system, you go around, you control your character, you know, you move him around, or her, if you pick the girl, you know, Violet. So, yeah, it's more dynamic. There's more variety in terms of gameplay mechanics. But Triangle Strategy, if you're a grid-based strategy RPG lover like me, which is also Fire Emblem is grid-based, I know that, but it's more engaging, it's more challenging. Someone was saying earlier that you gotta think more, you gotta plan your strategies more, and I love that. I'm a sucker for that. So, man, I love Triangle Strategy. It's just it may not have objectively the better gameplay because Fire Emblem is maybe more fun to play and longer, you know. But Triangle, I'm staying with Triangle Strategy. You know, if I was ever going to replay a game, I will replay Triangle Strategy over Fire Emblem Three Houses any day. But last but definitely not least, the battle system. I'm a diehard. Fire Emblem has my favorite battle system in any video game in existence. So I'm gonna have to side with Fire Emblem here. It hurts because I love Triangle Strategy. It has a fantastic battle system. The decision making influences the routes and all that jazz. Well, that was part of the gameplay. You know, I also think, going back to the gameplay, sorry, I also think Triangle Strategy has the better gameplay because it has different routes and endings. Because you make a lot of decisions, way more decisions, and the scales of conviction mechanic, that's awesome. And Fire Emblem doesn't have that. Instead, you got like school simulation and waifus, right? So it's better in Triangle Strategy. But the battle system alone is the one thing in which I feel Fire Emblem isn't better, but I like it more because I'm biased. Because I adore the battle mechanics in Fire Emblem. But objectively, a little bit more objectively speaking, I think Triangle Strategy has better battle mechanics. They're more interesting, more intuitive, more engaging, more challenging. And once again, not to sound like a broken record, but you gotta plan a bit more. It's just more strategic than Three Houses. And that's it. So Triangle Strategy wins for me, despite being a hardcore Fire Emblem fan. I know it's a surprise, but I'm sticking to my guns here. Triangle Strategy is definitely the better game, but not by much. Three Houses is also excellent. Thanks for participating, everybody, and that'll be all for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.